Sure looks so random. I am going to change that. I'm not trying to advertise this shirt, so I don't know why I placed it there. Hi, can you guys hear me? I have comments running on the side for me, so if I'm looking this way, that's what I'm looking at. My lighting feels kind of horrible. Or maybe it's just my camera. It's probably the camera. But in the comments, if you can hear me, can you confirm in the comments that you can hear me? Just so I know whether I should just quit this and try again. Hey, Paul, I thought about wearing a beanie, but then I didn't because my hair is in day 2 of not being washed, and I need to like take advantage of it. um, so feel free. I was gonna go through. My friend Anna mentioned that there is a streaming platform called Lula, and I set up an account, and I suppose you just do a live stream through it, and it'll like connect to all the different streaming platforms you have. So YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of those. And you can like you can't monetize it, but you can put like in your title, like your Venmo or your Cash App or whatever the case, and the people they can, hi Kendall, they can I just lost my train of thought. Oh, they can tip as they see fit. However, uh for like the free entry membership, which is not only a membership, just free, it's how do I say it? You can only use 30 minutes of streaming a day. And I wanted to be able to have an hour with you all. So I'm not gonna do it this time. I might test it tomorrow or the next day just to see how effective it is and if it works for everyone. And if that's the case, then we'll just do these more often, especially during these quarantine times. And maybe more often and just shorter. My voice is tired, so my voice would like that. Just looked over at my water. They fly in my water. Don't judge me. I'm gonna drink it still. Oh no! Sorry, I made it sound like I was making light of it. I'm not. I'm just really bummed because I want to drink my water. I'll probably forget and drink it later. That'll be okay. One of you will remind me, be like, "Ugh, don't drink the water." Okay, I'm not gonna talk the whole time. I know I put in the title. What did I call this? Where is it? Can you guys see it? I think I called it like songs, chats, and jokes. And I'm nervous. I was nervous that someone like Paul might be like, "Where are the jokes?" I don't have any jokes prepared, and I'm notorious for not being able to get through a joke without just ruining it. Um, songs and chats and jokes. Thank you, Tara. Hi, Tara. So call anybody out there because that's how I feel. I'm sure that's how a lot of people feel. Um, in light of everything going on. Just talking to some friends today about how on the phone about how you're trying to be discerning about your really working against the curbing of the spread of this. So you just feel kind of stuck sometimes. Sometimes I feel like I have all the energy in the world and I'm grateful for some time, forced time to sit back and reassess. And then 2 minutes later, I feel like a little crazy in my head and I want to go figure out where everyone's at and how they're doing. And yeah, I'm not doing it perfectly. Um, so if I look over here again, I'm just looking at comments. I don't know where it's situated on whatever device you're on, and I don't want to look crazy. So this direction's comments. Um, you're doing awesome. Sorry about all the stupid shutdowns over nothing. Yeah, I mean, I feel I just feel kind of stuck because I don't want to. One, I've never been through this, but I've been through. Sorry, I'm gonna like touch my nose, and I feel like people are like, "Oh no, she's sick." Maybe I am. I don't know. Life of difficulty. If I'm afraid of anything, it's just that loved ones and other people getting hurt. So I here, how do I say this? I'm very disappointed about the way life is having to change, but more than my disappointment, I want to make sure that we are um, positioning ourselves for a fast and healthy turnaround, really financially, and if it means um, hurting a little bit more now, I hope I could commit to that. But yeah, it's super uncomfortable. I have, okay, disclaimer, this is not the most important thing, but you were like kind of asking about personal stuff. My EP is releasing at the end of April, and then we had like our EP release show at the beginning of May, and I'm doing it independently. I'm learning a lot. I've been doing all my own, like obviously like the production of it, but it's been a labor. It's not been the most difficult thing in the world, but it's been a labor for sure. And it's not, I don't know how to do it perfectly. And just knowing that a lot of these things will be canceled or delayed or might happen, but all the work to make them happen in a really like what's the word? In an intuitive way. Like I was trying to build momentum and doesn't really seem like there's any way to keep the kind of momentum. And then everyone's scrambling, so in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really feel important. But to me, it's important. So I'm gonna try to do the best I can um, to follow through with it. And hopefully, um, I mean, I just, however it lands, whenever it gets delivered to you guys. Okay. So you have a cough. Ugh. Sorry, I should be looking at the comments. I got a little distracted on one, which is good. Since your voice is recovering, would you like to just play some riffs on the guitar? Yes, but I'm not that confident in that, which, I mean, I wish I was just able to, like, if that, I'll just do it. But I don't feel that confident. How am I? I'm well. Um, I have like I don't know what it is. Any other time of my life, I would be like, oh, I have a slight cold. And because I have a history with asthma, when I get a cold, my chest kind of gets tight. Am I like I get a little like raspy, like wheezy, and often it affects my voice. So I feel like it's just that. However, I also don't want to be the person like it's just a cough and then endanger anyone. So I'm definitely working to be distanced. It's good to see you guys too. Am I still teaching? I retired from teaching last June. So it is March 2020. It's been a crazy year of 2020. I know. We have a lot of time to think about these things. So I'm thinking about the current implications, but also what the new norms will be for freak out. I mean, don't freak out because you're not even here. Whatever. Um, we all still need music. I think that's in response to what I was sharing, but if not, I agree. That resonates with me. I need music. Still want it. My dream is to teach one day, and I was wondering how it is. My goal is to let it be. Thanks. Retired from teaching. I taught for 11 years. I plan to teach in different capacities in the future. It is such beautiful work. It's not difficult in like, how do I qualify this? If you're going to do it well, how about that? If you're committed to being a present, engaging, always learning, loving teacher, it'll be the most rewarding work and it will tax you like crazy. So you're going to have to figure out some solid boundaries. I would recommend committing to other, like, even if you didn't want to do music like me as a whole other career, I would still recommend engaging in lessons for yourself or another um, pastime that requires you to like give heart and effort towards it. I think that that just naturally causes balance. And then your kids get to see you, or your students, however old they are, get to see you learning like as a newbie, and I think it creates like empathy in you. So when you're not immediately good at something, you can transfer that in a classroom setting and look at your students and be like, oh, I know how uncomfortable this really, really, really need it, and just go into it fully aware that it's not a perfect system. Like the system, oh, I'm talking about the public school system in the United States. The public school system in many places is in shambles and is not set up for like real learning, in my opinion. However, it needs really solid humans in those places asking for it to change, and then waiting for the change, and then just doing it before, you know. Raymond. Okay. My voice is kind of weak. Um but I'm gonna try. So if it just like disappears, that'll be a little embarrassing. I'm gonna drink the water that had the fly. Social studies teacher, and then the last 3 years I did like student government and leadership. Um, Beanie jokes. I love you. I feel weird reading comments that are complimentary because it makes it sound like I feel silly. So if I go quiet while reading your comment, I appreciate it. I just got embarrassed. Miss teaching Edwin. Yes, I do. But I really also really, really love that I get to do what I'm doing now. It's a weird, I kind of expected this. I just don't think that you can have everything at once. And I wanted to be fully in the teaching world with my students, growing and engaging. And I also want to be fully in the music realm, getting to say yes to the work and collaborations and the travel that it required. And um, yeah, so I did it for a while, strategized. That's the word, yeah. Yeah. And then when it felt like that risk could be my risk financially, then I leapt. And I've been doing it. We'll be doing distance learning on the East Coast for K-12. Should be very interesting. That, yeah, I am one, I'm grateful that last year was the year I retired because my personality, I'm glad I got to end the year fully with my students. You know what I mean? And I'm feel for my past students who are in their senior year and it's all disrupted. Um, but I'm very interested to see one what schools do in this time, and also how that's going to affect it from now on. Like if they find methods of engaging and taking care of kids, maybe the older levels, the younger levels, that would be different because parents can't like leave them at home. um I hope they're the decision makers, federal and state level, um are willing to see that maybe the like education system can look different. Sometimes disruptive things like this shake it. I am a grown woman. Sorry, this comment said, how old are you? I'm very proud of my age. I'll let you just guess, which that sounds like I'm not proud of my age. I just don't want this to be about my age. But I am a grown woman. Like, moved from Maui when I was 17. No, I just turned 18. Did my undergrad. You can calculate this. Got my undergrad in history and sociology. Then I went to grad school, and then I taught for 11 years. And now I'm doing music full time solo, and I'm part of a band, and then I do like vintage resale online. You didn't need that to figure out that last part to figure out how old I am, but have fun with the math. Na 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 na. Oh gosh, I got behind. I'm sorry, everyone. Uh, Interesting. Is it Cavare, Cavare? I'm just gonna keep asking. Oh, oh no, you didn't make me feel awkward. That about the age thing. I really am. I just don't. I'll tell you how old I am. I just didn't want this whole thing to be about my age. Um, I'm guessing you're 24, 25. That is incorrect. Very incorrect. But good guess. Just kidding. That's what teachers say when they don't know how to say it wrong. Um, whoa, I'm going to maybe I'm gonna hide some comments that I don't appreciate. One second. Mm, there we go. Cool. I just realized you could put people on timeout in here. It's fantastic. I've never used it. I've never really had to. People are obnoxious. I think the teachings really help where I can just kind of tune people out and be like, oh, you exist there. I'm gonna keep doing what I need to do. Um, but when you just are saying stupid shit, you just don't get to be here. La la. Okay, I'm gonna play some music. I even made a set list and everything. You guys can still hear me? Oh my gosh, Budapest. My favorite thing when you guys suggest covers from like when I from a while back is I realized I probably sang that song over and over and over and over and over, covered it, uploaded it, and then never sang it again. So I don't even like really know. Raymond, thank you. I know I put this person on timeout and then tried to delete messages. I appreciate that you figured that out. Um, oh, Thief of Hearts. Got it. I missed that. Um, thank you, Keaton. Excuse me. Um, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna play some originals, and then I had a few patrons ahead of time ask me to play certain covers. Like I recently covered a song by Nova Amor, and then I was preparing it today and realized my voice disappears on part of it. I'm gonna do it anyways because Aaron asked, and then a couple others that patrons that asked. So I'll do those first, and then come back to here if we have time and try not to butcher any of the songs you're asking for. Clara Blue. Hi, Mrs. Walker. Who is this? Must be a former student. Um, Kendall, am I still doing live shows? Current overall, yes. Since I've retired, I've been doing a lot more of them, but right now, no. Um, I've had a couple of shows canceled so far, and then two more at the end of the month that are canceled. One in April, most likely, if things continue the way they are, unless something miraculously changes. And then the EP release show is the beginning of May. Um, I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen. However, I'm not going to make that call for at least another week. um, yeah, just because it involves a lot of people, and I don't want to make a call and then go back and forth. I had a thought. Oh, and there are a bunch of shows, the Ila Bamba that got canceled at the end of April, and then like a tour in May. So, yeah, musicians, entertainers, creatives, a lot of people who are dependent upon shows. This is an interesting season for sure. So, not this one, but maybe some of the future ones. I'll do like a little like Venmo Cash App thing in my title, and if you want to, you can, or you can become a patron. You know, oh, that pitch felt gross. Sorry. Um, let's see. Okay. Again, not really sure where this my voice is gonna go. Oh my voice. Will it burn you down? Will it burn away? Who gets to decide how the flames lick the exposed veins that have shown up of the skin? Who governs this? Burning down a town once, no. Burning away street signs and doing yellow lines on the road. Out of the mouth flows water, washing every wound. These waves just don't behave, drowning every living thing in her way. Stepping out of my own skin, looking back at this body. Burning down a town once, no. Burning away street signs and doing lines on the road. I'm burning down a town once, burning away street signs and doing yellow lines on the road. Walking out of my own skin, looking back at this body. I'm walking out of my own skin, looking back at this body. I'm walking out of my own skin, looking back at this body. I'm walking out of my own skin, looking back at this body, back at this body. Walking out of my own skin, looking back at my body. I'm walking out of my own skin, looking back at my body, back at my body. Walking out of my own skin, looking back at my body, back at my body. Walking out of my own skin, looking back at this body, back at this body, back at this body, back at this body, back at this body. Looking back at this body, back at this body, back at my body. Burning down a town once, no. Burning away street signs and doing yellow lines on the road. I'm burning down a town once, no. Burning away street signs and doing yellow lines on the road. Contaminated, all of it. Sorry. Um, that was an original. You probably knew that because you were like, "What even is this song?" Um, it's called Yellow Lines, and it's on YouTube. So if you've been on my channel for any amount of time, then you might know that song. Miss your school. Um, I miss you all too. Can you? I don't know if you can. Can you tell me who you are? Is it Colora Blue? Colora Blue. Um. Also, thank you for wishing me well wishes to get better soon. I hope so too. I do have the resonator. Every time I take it out, X Grinder wants me to like play some like bluesy rift, and I'm or use the slide, and I'm not ever ready. To be honest, I have not done enough practice to feel really good about that. But I know as soon as I grab it, someone's gonna say that. Hey, Florida, yeah, you guys, this is awesome. Um, Coondog 209 just put where here she was from. Can you guys tell me where you're watching from? Like what city? And if that feels too personal, then you can just put the state or the country, unless you're the US. And then just like the state would be fine. You don't have to put your address. Hey, Ashley. Um, on one hand, I'm grateful that you miss me because I put a lot of work into being there. But I'm sorry that it doesn't feel the same. I don't feel the same. Slide is difficult. Australia, Atlanta, Australia. How are you guys? Pancho, Atlanta. Cool. This is awesome. Someone asked or said you don't have the coronavirus, do you? Yeah, I mentioned this earlier. No, I don't know. How I feel, I've felt before when I get a cold because asthma. I'm asthma. Oh my gosh. I'm asthma, but I usually get like a tight chest and like a wheeze. It's not incredibly horrible. I've lived with it my whole life. But in light of everything going on, I'm aware that I'm not a doctor and I don't know fully. So I'm trying to be really, you know, self quarantine. Yeah. Change is good, but change is hard. And not all change is good, actually. Change when it's growth can be really good. Change when it's just switching things up, you can just, it can kind of be just more disruptive. So know that I really love you guys and I miss you a lot. And I hope that we'll find other ways of connecting. Ashley, that's who I was talking to. Cool. Meg is from Jersey. Oh my god, Atlanta. Okay. I mean, a ton more songs. I'm not sure if my voice will last, to be honest. So I'll sing, and then when I feel like it's just caving, we'll chat because chatting seems to be easier. I have a miss you singing worship like this year. I have kept them all up there on purpose, the individual ones and the ones with my family. Um, there's a handful of like really important songs that I've treasured for a long time that I would return back to the people who wrote them and sang them. And then, sorry, I'm not sniffing my pits. I was trying to itch my nose. And then there are some like churches and gatherings that if you follow, again, if you followed my channel for any amount of time, you probably, if you're intuitive, notice that I stopped, like, stopped frequently and then altogether stopped covering some of those gatherings. And that was just that was a not just that was an individual decision that I couldn't align with the posture and the position that many of the pastors and people involved in the gathering were taking towards other individuals. It didn't resonate with me. Um, and in some regards, it was really hurtful and offensive. And I felt like opposite of what I believed with all my heart. So um, I didn't like create a YouTube video in an attempt to go viral, like shouting my opinions from the mountaintops. I just decided that I wasn't going to use my platform to um, propel those voices. I just want quiet on them. Um, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Changes by Charles Bradley. I need to like just screenshot all these. Hi, Jorge. Thanks for the well wishes, you all. I honestly feel pretty. I feel fine. I think it's just more of like wanting to make sure I'm not foolish and get anyone else sick, you know. Um, um yeah. Thanks, Zach. Austin, Texas. Carcosa Kevin. Hi guys. Okay, I'm gonna try another song. We'll see. I can feel it fading. Okay. No, that one's too. Like I was about to say, that song's too hardcore. None of my songs are really hard. Okay. This is one of the covers. I'll do a cover now. It's one of the covers that a patron requested. I'm gonna drop it probably like a full key. Jorge, did you hear about the coronavirus? Yeah, it's really hard not to. Everyone's yeah. Sorry, it made me sound like I was making light of it. Yes, I have scary stuff. I know, Jorge. Michael, or what masterpiece are you talking about? This cover I'm about to do, it might not be a masterpiece. Coronavirus because lots of live streams. Yep, all of my peers and the ones who are doing similar work but not like close to them, everyone is turning to live stream. So I'm glad that I have my YouTube community. This has been it is a weird thing to return here and realize that most people are having to do this to get this kind of musical interaction because all the live venues are no go. Um, take care. You always be my. Thank you. Thanks for asking. I believe you asked that question, right? Thanks for asking that question. I do have a lot more. Like so, there's a lot more to answer that question. It's just like the question you asked is right here, and all the stuff around is just too much. Not too much. It's a lot for this time and space. But if you're really curious, uh, you can find me on other platforms and message me. What do I think of ASMR? I understand it. I don't find myself going to it regularly. I'm intrigued when I do see it. I'm intrigued that it's like a thing. Um, some are much more understandable than others. Some make me feel a certain degree of weird, where you're like, I don't want anyone to catch me watching this. And others are really pleasing. And then I'm also like, I hope no one sees me watching this. um, um, thank you, Ashley. I'm really upset because the seniors want to graduate this bid. I know, Jorge. Um, so far life has been like flipped upside down, yeah, with all of this. But I'm okay. I shouldn't say I'm confident. The season will feel really uncomfortable, maybe a little scarier than you'd hoped. Um, but if we do this right and healthily, then there's a lot more life after this uncomfortable season. So hold on. Okay. When can I request another song request? Remember, Paul, you can always send them to me on Facebook, and I'll just keep adding them to the Paul list. The Paul list is very long. Okay. So this was requested by one of my patrons. It's not mine. I think I can sing this game. Singing at a funeral tomorrow. a kid a year older than me, and I've been talking to his dad. Makes me so sad when I think too much about it. I can't breathe. And I have this dream where I'm screaming underwater while my friends are all waving from the shore. I don't need you to tell me what that means. I don't believe in that stuff anymore. Jesus Christ, I'm so blue all the time, and that's just how I feel. Always have, and I always will. Always have and always will. Oh, I forgot the last word. Fudge. Fudge. No. There we are. Pause. Pretend this isn't happening. Pretend I can edit it like other music videos. Oh, perfect. Always have and always will. I'm gonna go. And I have a friend that I call when I've bored myself to tears. And we talk until we think we might just kill ourselves. Then we laugh until it disappears. And last night I blacked out in my car, and I woke up in my childhood bed, wishing I was someone else, feeling sorry for myself. I remembered someone's kid is dead. Who's that song? Sorry, everyone. Jesus Christ, I'm so blue all the time, and that's just how I feel. Always have, and I always will. Always have and always will. And it's 4 a.m. again, and I'm doing nothing again. Jesus Christ, I'm so blue all the time, and that's just how I feel. Always have, and I always will. Always have and always will. Sorry, patrons. Can't remember off the top of my head who asked for that, but I kind of butchered it halfway through. My bad. Wow, thank you. Sorry, I don't think I realized you could do that um on YouTube live streams unless it was through another medium. So thank you, Thief of Hearts. That's very generous of you. Um, I almost just put you on a timeout on accident because I was trying to find a way to click that and say like thumbs up. Um, yeah, Tara, I didn't know that either. Do you guys remember You Now? Oh, I did a lot of live streaming. Oh my gosh, if you're talking about ASMR, um, You Now, which is still going, I just don't know how like of a big of a thing it is anymore. Um, you could um like watch people do not everything, most things. Music is how I used it, and like storytelling and stuff like that. But people did dancing and style and eating, which is kind of ASMR ish, and sleeping. Are you hearing me? Could watch people sleep. And again, like most things for me, people are like, that's so creepy. Yes, it is. But also quite an indication of how like important and desperate we are for connection. Yeah, like it's not always justifiable, but it does kind of expose what we all feel, and that's like we don't want to be we want to be alone, but we don't want to be alone. You know what I mean? Um. Anyways, I got off track. You could do like gold coins and awards, and then if you got really big, those could actually be money and tips. And then if you use that lula I was talking about, you could put it in your title, like your Venmo or your Cash App. But I haven't, yeah, I haven't found one so you could do that. I didn't realize YouTube you could do that. Thank you, Thief of Hearts. You just taught me so much. Um, let's see. Try. Good. You guys should FaceTime. For those of you who are, um, you were made for these times. Like social distancing is just like you practice that all the time. I'm so curious how you are feeling right now, with this being the case for the nation, the world. And then maybe those of you like me and Jorge, I'm curious what you are doing to cope with it. Like I've been using Zoom. I'm gonna use it for my patron chat. So if you've been I don't know if any of my patrons are here, but my patrons, when I first started it, we used Google Chat, and once a month we do like a live video chat where we all had videos. Like we all just talked about life, music, what's coming up. And then I kind of phased that out, and now I do like a private YouTube live stream every other month. But I think I'm gonna go back to chats because Zoom is awesome. It's just functionally way better than the Google Chats. But Jorge, you should try Zoom. And then yes, I've been like group FaceTiming friends. It's been really good for me. It helps me be respectful of the like to actually socially distance. Yeah. So do it. Thanks. I have to be. I am torn because it just who I am is very much like I saw an older woman. I went on a walk. I keep distance, and she looked like she needed help. And I started approaching her, and I was like, "Excuse me, ma'am, do you?" And then she turned around. She looked a little like, and then I felt like, "Oh no, she thinks that I'm like trying to, I don't know, put her at risk." So then I like stood off. I'm like, "I'm sorry. I was trained not to behave like this, but now I'm being told to behave like this. And whether or not I'm sick, I don't want you to think that I'm being careless towards you." So it's very odd. Not the worst thing, but just odd. Okay. I'm going to play for you a song I just wrote. It's not done. You're going to notice that because I'll probably just end it and be like, that's it. That's usually how I end songs. I don't know. I just abruptly end them because I'm embarrassed. Okay. Are you asking what kind of guitar this is? This is a Martin. That was a burp. When I play live, I mainly play my Fender Strat. That's down there. Felt a little excessive to do that for the live stream, especially since I wasn't gonna be like belting it. And then I have um, a Gretsch resonator. It's beautiful. I don't usually take it out. I don't have a way to amplify it, and I want to learn how to utilize the resonator aspect of it better. I love the sound of it. I don't play it absolutely correctly, but who cares? I'm making music, and I get to make it how I want. That sounded sassy, but it was meant to be confident. Um, Tara, I was gonna call you a turd, but I meant it in an endearing way. Thank you, Tara. I was really generous with you. Paul, so many big donations. Also, the emoji has like a little has like teeth like this. It's like, oh, that looked like a butthole. But you know what I mean. You'll take Terra is endearing, but thank you. I know, Paul. So this is how do I say this? I've grown up under some really interesting circumstances that make remind me, not make me believe. They remind me that I know how to live with less and that I have an abundance right now. But I know not everyone has an abundance right now. And I also know that things can change depending on how long this lasts. So, with that being said, if you have the means to um, attune to the people in your community, in your neighborhood, or outside your community, depending on where you live, you know, you might live in an isolated place. Um, Everyone's gonna need a little bit more. So, like your musicians, I can't speak for everyone because I don't know everyone's experience, but I can say within our community, Tara, a lot of people like their livelihoods are live shows and touring and the merchandise that they sell at those shows. And all of us are getting those notices from venues who are making wise decisions, but tough ones and saying we're shutting down indefinitely. And you're like, okay, cool. I'm okay. I'm not disappointed. In your mind, you're like, oh my gosh. So thank you. More than the money, just I just feel loved. So thank you. Yes. Yeah. I don't know if I made that full circle. I know how to live with less. So I'll use that as a um, encouragement and ammunition during those seasons where I'm like, oh, things are not going well and this got canceled. I'm disappointed about this. I'm like, Isabel, you know, things have been worse. But that doesn't mean that we don't need to do what we need to do now so that things can improve and not exist in this way. You know what I mean? I want to be able to, I want others to be able to thrive and not just be in survival mode. Because survival mode, what an excellent skill, but also it can wreak havoc on you if you're in that mode for too long. Just saying. I live with less than I used to by Sona. I just read that comment again. Yes, it's beautiful. Um, let's see. But thank you. Okay, here's the new song. A little explanation, because I feel like you'll hear it and you'll be like, whoa, what is she talking about? I'm not gonna tell you what it's about fully, because I think that kind of ruins the fun of it. Is there any way to get better light? That just looks like I'm camping. Is that weird? Am I breaking my lamp? Uh-oh. Okay. Um, I'm just gonna say what I saw that got my mind stirring about it, but I'm not gonna tell you like all the ins and outs of it. Kind of feels like that ruins the fun. Um, so I'm gonna see if maybe I can make this feel like a we're camping, which made me think of like camping growing up in Hawaii was just literally driving your car to a place, a beach, and just parking there, and then you sleep in your car, you sleep on a blanket or a sleeping bag on the beach. And the first time someone on the mainland was like, you want to go camping? And then I saw all the gear you have to bring to go camping on the mainland. I thought, is this really worth it? Like the clothes, the equipment for cooking. It's like you can't just like fish and then in your surf shorts cook the fish. Like you have to have all the right gear so you don't freeze. And then you have to have all the right gear because no more fish, just mountains. Anyways, I digress. Um, uh, thanks, Paul. Boca Jana. That's your favorite song? Have you seen the music video for Boca Jana? If you guys don't know Ila Bamba, I don't know how you don't, but if you don't, um, it my friend Luz is the lead, the like the heart and soul, the songwriting behind Ila Bamba, and Jorge absolutely loves her and the band, and the music video Boca Jana is really fun. You should check it out. We're all just dancing around. Um, but send some love towards Ilavum. But like tours wise, we're not going on in April. Um, the trips over the summer are most likely canceled because a lot of them are in Europe, and you would have to buy the tickets, and it just looks it's not wise financially wise to make that call right now. So yeah, Paul, what? Wait, did I not donate? I'm confused. I thought I don't I don't actually know what you're talking about, but I feel like you're gonna figure it out. So this song, the only thing I'll tell you about it is in the last like 2 weeks, I was FaceTiming with my dad, and then I was hanging out with my friend Luz before we got quarantined. Don't judge us, okay? It's gonna be her birthday, and both of them at different times in like the conversation, the FaceTime, and then the hanging out. Um, my dad like his like shirt, whatever this is called, neckline, moved down, and then lose hers. She was doing some modeling for me for my guava jelly. Check out guava jelly, everyone. Links in the info box. I don't know if it is. But both of them have done cupping. You guys know what cupping is? I might not be calling it the right thing, but it leaves like those circular bruises or marks on your back. My dad loves it, and I'm pretty sure Lou says she loved it, but it looks incredibly painful. But they love it. Okay, so this is very new, like new in the sense of I don't really know exactly where certain parts of it go. Um, 1 second, I need to figure something else. Oh no. Um, I'll require. Okay, I might be making something up like in real time because every time I remind myself how to sing it, I forget it once the song starts. So that's how new this is. Hey, Paul, it's there. I can see it now, Paul. Thank you, Paul. Can you guys see that when someone does it? Oh, wait, no, just kidding, Paul. That's Tara. Sorry. Thanks, Tara. I take that back, Paul. I was going to say, can you see it when someone tips me? But it wasn't you, Paul. That made me feel bad. Sorry. It is. Hi, Anthony. Cupping is awesome. You're right, cupping. It looks like you got attacked by an octopus. Yes. I've actually had, I don't know if it was an octopus. It was a squid. And I was on Molokai, and whoever I was with was like, bite the ink. They wanted me to bite the ink like pouch. Um, but I couldn't. I froze because the squid or the mini octopus, whatever I was holding, I was kind of panicking in the moment, but my panic turns into this. And it was wrapped around my arm, and that is like the substance of nightmares for me. Like I had a nightmare once where like a rubbery snake grew out of a wall and made its way across the room, grabbed onto my hand and started gumming it. Not like I wasn't afraid of like sharp teeth. I was afraid of like the sucking. Gross. Okay, I'm losing people. Sorry. Anyways, that's all I was gonna say about this. The song's not about cupping, but it's what I visually saw that created a canvas for the song. Let me stop moving my hand. Um, Thanks. Have you been to my guava jelly page? I think that's what you're talking about with the modeling. My sister Kapu does. She and I have the most images in there. Obviously, you know what I look like. And then my friend Luz recently, I brought her some of the items, and we just had fun and had her dressed her up. Um, okay. I guess I'm gonna stop being distracted by comments, and I'm gonna play this song that I'm probably going to mess up. Are you ready for this? I'm gonna take bets. I'm gonna mess up. Is it octopuses or is it octopi? Octopoop. Okay, shut up, Bo. I already forgot this song, guys. No, it's gonna change so much before you see it do an actual video. How exciting! You're here at the beginning of it. Oh. Lift up my right arm, find where it connects. That's where it is. The ache and I can't stop. I will require your pain. The ache and I can't stop. I will require your pain. And get better. Call out the toxins, make them answer for their evil and breathing tissues so your fingers can press through. I need more of a heat to draw out my pleasure. I asked you for these bruises cause they will get better. I'm working hard to get better. I'm feeling better. Feeling for myself. I wanna get better, get better. I'm feeling more myself. Scratched at an itch, they used to be orange and fire. A line quickly moving to the heart from. No, no. 1 second. I need to laugh at this real quick. So I drew lines because I was like, here's the lyric. No, but I want you to sing this lyric before you go to this next one. What the fuck? Continuing. I couldn't understand my own. I'm gonna sing this one slower. Ready? Okay, cool. Scratched at an itch that used to be orange and fire. Red line quickly moving to the heart from my pounding head. I will require your pain before my pleasure. I will need you to hurt me so I can get better. There we go. Working hard to get better. I need to get better. I'm feeling better. I need to get better. And I'm feeling better. I'm feeling more myself. My body cover for me, cover my body, 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 cover for me. I'm working hard to get better. I need to get better. I'm feeling better. Feeling more myself. Feeling more myself. Feeling more myself. Got my notes. Hi, Ellie. Hi, Nico. I don't want you to read because you're gonna see it. how funny this is to me that it says cover my body, cover for me. And instead of like repeat this many times because I was like, well, just right, feel it, whatever. Change it later if it doesn't sit right or if it's wrong or whatever, wrong. Um, it just says times lots. That's when I was playing. I'm like, first of all, didn't did not at all sing that part how I did this morning when I was playing it, which I should have put it on a voice memo because I was like, that's what I mean. What I just did, don't even don't even know what that was. So much so that I won't even be able to repeat it again. Hopefully it's out of my brain. But what I did remember is how many times you sing it? Lots. Just lots. So funny. Um, thank you, Nico. Um, story. I will, Jorge, will do. Thanks, guys. You're very kind. Very kind. I'm adjusting my pants. La la. Thanks, Tara. Let's see. Okay. I think I'm gonna do. Let's chat a little bit more, and then I might do one more. So I did two originals, and maybe I'll do two covers. It's so funny. Can you imagine any of you who do live music like at a venue? If you get like a set, let's say an opening set, and they're like, you're gonna play, I don't know, a generous opening set, 40 minutes. Oh. Can you imagine if you played like two, three songs and then just talk the whole time? I'd actually be really entertained because I'd be super uncomfortable. Like, oh my gosh, do they know that? Yeah. Thank you, Zach. Um, as you can give perks, and I've thought about. It's still just a thought because I haven't resolved sharing. Some of these are like when I'm learning other people's songs, but a lot of these that I forget to label. Holy moly, it's just like not doesn't want to be seen. Um, ooh, I would be horrified if you heard some of these. Let's try this. This was. Oh, stop talking, Isabeau. Oh, stop talking, Isabeau. I started off so well where I'd give them a name or at least like some sort of emoji where I was like, I'll remember that. And then now there's all these new recording 44, new recording 49, new recording. What am I up to now? Myself. Like, how am I supposed to remember? And then I just record things like this was a Marshallese party at the park when I went home. Yeah. I don't know. I was just recording everything. And these were the birds at the park. Parts? Um, I don't know what to say. I mean, an Irish accent for 27. Thank you guys for just hanging out. Really. I am grateful though. My years on YouTube, Paul knows this. Paul, a lot of you. I'm curious how long you guys have like been following me on YouTube. And if it's 30 like minutes ago, that's fine. I'm not offended at all. I'm just curious because if you've been here for a long time, you know that you've probably seen a progression of more and more comfort while doing live streams and things like this. Um, but I do feel kind of prepared for a season like last 9 years. Cool. Let's find a really horrible one. Nope, we're not listening to that. Sorry. A few years. Thank you. A few years. You hopefully you've seen some growth. Hopefully. This is my grandpa guy singing. No, it's not. That's Ryan. My bad. My grandpa has a song like that too. That's funny. I'm almost just embarrassed myself. Bye, Tara. No, thank you. Thanks for showing up. Keep writing. Write to make songs, write not to make songs, and you'll get to the best stuff. But yeah, I have so many in there that probably should be sat with again, and then others that should just be trashed. Um, you have lots to do. So you can put in the comments. I'm curious what you guys are doing with your time. Um, Tyson and I run a business from home, so his business is still like has to run as long as we can make it run. So we're still working from home. I'm doing music stuff I can do at home and cleaning and trying to connect with family and friends and people in my community that might need stuff. So I feel one moment incredibly productive, and the next moment a little stuck and confused and wondering if I'm doing this right. But when I was playing the song this morning, there's like a couple points where my voice just disappears. But that's okay. Okay. Oh, it's gonna be rough. Okay. Don't mess this up. Yeah. Okay. Oh. This would be funny. La la. That's so bad. Sorry. Seriously. Here, I'll forget my thoughts now. Steering, 'cause I forget the dots now. Was it all anymore? Faded after all? I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. Are you sure? Did you call? Did we ever really talk? I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. I don't. I'm butchering this. Dear, I wouldn't bet your heart down. Clear, but I couldn't get my head around. Was it all anymore? Faded after all? I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. Are you sure? Did you call? Did we ever really talk? I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. I've been awake in every state of line. Ooh, hello, Isabeau. Dying to make it last us a lifetime. Trying to shake that it's on the incline. Find me a way, I'll be yours in a landslide. Mainly because I just kept laughing at myself, and I didn't keep like a solid, like professional mode, whatever. Don't know what that means. I'm gonna give you one more shot to make that not feel inappropriate. Um, God, which movie was better? We're in Oregon. I am playing in my room on my YouTube channel. Grateful for my YouTube channel. Bye Jorge. I'm doing. If you're a patron and you're on here, we're doing like a Zoom chat with all of us this Friday evening. All the information's on Patreon, like the ID, the code to get in, and then I'll be doing more of these. I might try tomorrow just as a test run streaming platforms. So Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all those. I'm gonna do a test run of that probably tomorrow if my voice is not completely gone. Um, but yeah, part of me does not want to end on that note. I'm so sorry that I butchered that song. I don't know if my voice can hold it though. Thanks, Ellie. Very kind of you. Keeps dropping off. Is my audio dropping off? Maybe I will. Hmm. The stream is. I'm sorry, Michelle. Is it dropping off for all of you right now? Maybe it would be a good time to. I'm trying to think if I can remember this song. If so, I'll sing it, but if not, I might end it there. Okay. Well, live streams are different. I'm just gonna say that they're different. So I'm gonna treat this differently and start into a song, but I'm gonna share it. So let's see. I'm picking songs that I think my voice can handle right now. Thank you for being patient. 1999, I left the in-between, decaying a building for a high school prison yard. They thought the world would end, watch out for 2000. Computer bots won't know when to quit, we may face our is all fire related to each other. Water arriving in near autumn in a college town prison yard. Open wings for flight. The wide sage that you're gonna die. You're far from home, too far to make it end. Is all fire related? Is all fire related to each other? Are they brothers or are they not? Given everything so far, everything. The one who knows, she knows I've been aching in my broken bones. I'm in the middle of my walk on earth. It's shades different than before. There's nothing. Is on fire related? Is so are they not? Are they Michelle, you're in Bend. How's it in Bend? What's it like in Bend right now? What's the mood? Um, Good night. Thanks for tuning in from Florida. And I hope I get well soon. I hope I get soon well. Same thing. A little buffering. Please, yeah. Okay. We'll let that be the end. My rest my voice. I'm saying that as I'm doing live stream, but ho- hopefully the lack of socializing and the canceled shows will give me time to actually, you know, recoup. Um, okay. Few things I want to tell you guys. Uh, sorry, I just scrolled up 1 second. Um, so really don't know how everything is gonna pan out. I mean, we know what we know right now, but a lot of things could change for the worse or for the better. Um, if you don't already check in on like social media, if that's not your thing, then YouTube and my website would be the best place, or Patreon. But YouTube and my website probably the most information readily available to everyone. Most of my March and April shows are just, or not most of them, they're all canceled. They're all done, solo and band stuff. And right now, I feel like I know what's gonna happen to the release show. I feel like it's gonna need to be postponed, but I'm not making that call just yet. If you are in the Portland area or planning to be traveling somehow, I don't know. So much is gonna have to change for this to happen, but it's scheduled for May 9th. And then 2 weeks before that, the EP, is it drops on all digital platforms. So Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, Bandcamp, it'll be available to everyone. I have some like merch that's gonna be created surrounding the songs and the stories of the EP, and I'm pressing vinyls um, for it too. So those are the ways you can access it. Right now, all patrons have, like every level of patron has the title track, Better Metric. So that's like what the whole EP project's called. But they have access to that downloadable track on Patreon. And then in 2 weeks, the whole EP, that this is like what I'm doing for pre-releases, but my pre-releases are all on Patreon. So in 2 weeks, all patrons at $5 and up get the whole EP a month early. Cool. That's cool. And then when the EP drops on all platforms, and once the vinyls get in at different tiers, that you'll get different things. So early access, a vinyl in the mail, a shirt in the mail. I'm making little lyric books and zines because I'm me, and those will be going out to different patrons too. And I'll have some of those available at live shows. But at this point, because we don't know what the live setting looks like, um, I'm just preparing to be able to send those perks and gifts out to patrons and folks who want to snag it. So I'll probably put the vinyl too on my Poshmark. I know it sounds kind of weird, but it's my Poshmark, and I can do what I want with it. But it's done mastering. Yeah, so recorded, mixed, mastered, lacquers were cut, sent to. I'm going through Memphis record pressing. The test presses should be in next week. And then, yeah, if all goes well, a lot could not go well, but if all goes well, I'll have the music. The music is releasing, so I'm not going to postpone the digital release. I want it to get to you guys. At least I don't think I'm going to postpone it. It might not make sense to have a release party, like show 2 months after it releases. So that I do have to wait out. But right now, I want to be able to share it. So patrons will have early access to it no matter what, and then I'll figure out whether I'm going to postpone the digital release. But I kind of just want to share it with you all. So I've said so a million times. I'm going to try to be a balance between optimism and realism. Really, really, really can't wait to share all this with you. It might get postponed, but Stu, you can get a vinyl. That's a positive thing. love to be able to talk in a different setting. So if you want to send me a message, um, I'll 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 sit on it. I'll weigh it out. I'll mull over it, and then I'll send it back. But thank you for your intention. Okay. All of you, everyone who's shared and commented, minus one person we had to kick out because he or she was being rude. Thank you for hanging out and joining me. I hope you're well, and if you're not, that you have the people around you, or you feel confident to ask and reach out for help. Um, yeah. Take care of each other. Look out for each other. I'll see you soon. You might see me randomly on here tomorrow as a test run, so don't get too excited. I might not have a voice. We could just chat and have weird commentary. 1 second. Let me try to get this. Screenshotted you all. Cool. Thanks for joining. I'm trying to figure out how to end this. Okay. Cool. Love you guys. Bye.